Okay, good morning. Now, one more little adjustment here. All right. Welcome to PiYoga. My name is Jennifer. I'll be guiding our practice this morning. Of course, we're glad to see so many familiar faces and some new faces. Continue to join us for our virtual classes throughout this journey that we are all on together, and just trying to really be flexible and flow with the times and make the best of what we're able to do. And we really enjoy seeing all of you in these classes. The classes are recorded and uploaded. So check in on our YouTube, if it's a channel or a station, I'm too old to know what we're supposed to call it, but everything is posted up there so that you can review the classes or do class again if you enjoyed it. And again, please invite friends to join us. Post something on your social media if you enjoyed your workout. Make sure to tag PiYoga. So we'll begin our practice today in child's pose. And a lot of options in child's pose, maybe taking the knees wide toward the edges of the mat, if that's comfortable for you. If you have a block or a book or something, that's a great thing to have next to your mat as well. So as you allow your body to come down into child's pose, just working your forehead down to your mat, or maybe resting your forehead on a block or a book. But just taking a little bit of time, maybe swaying the hips side to side, reaching through the right fingertips and then the left. And just allow yourself a little bit of time to go ahead and sink in and just surrender into that first child's pose. And as you start to find that space of stillness in the body, just noticing what's going on in your mind this morning. Acknowledging anything that might be on your mind, whether it's something that you're worried about, something that is exciting. Acknowledging that that is there. And then just sitting that to the side, maybe even envision placing those thoughts in a box. Go ahead and place the lid on that box. And just give yourself the grace and the gift of a little bit of time to focus on your body, on how the energy is flowing in your body. And just creating some space. So as we find that stillness in your child's pose, noticing the rise of the belly as we inhale. And as you exhale, maybe sinking the hips back just a little closer to the heels, just a touch. And as you feel the inhale travel up the spine, opening and creating space around the ribcage, imagine that breath traveling all the way through the crown of your head into here. And exhaling, drop in and soften just a little more. Each inhale, bringing just a little bit more length and space into the spine, into the torso. Each exhale, finding just a little bit more softness as we sink in. The inhales getting longer. Trying to match that length, maybe even making the exhale a little longer than the inhale. Let's take a couple of deep breaths together. So take that exhale, empty all the air out of the belly. Drop in. Inhale through the nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Exhale out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, inhale through the nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walking the hands to the right corner of the mat, maybe stacking the left hand on the top of the right. And just finding that length in the side of the body from the left hip bone all the way through the fingertips. Maintaining that lengthened breath. Long inhale, even longer exhale. Then walking the hands back through center, stacking the right hand on top of the left as the left hand comes to the corner of the mat. A couple big deep breaths right here. And walking the hands back to center. Press through the palms, lifting up to all fours. And if you have those knees wide, let's walk the knees back in, stacking here, hips right above the knees, just swaying side to side here. Maybe taking some neck rolls or nodding the head yes and no. And then we'll come to center, a couple rounds of cat-cow to start to warm up through the spine. On your next exhale, press the spine up to the sky, tuck the chin to the chest. Hip bones pull up toward the rib cage, really lift through the spine. Inhale, drop the belly, gaze comes up. Exhale to lift. Inhale, belly drops. Making this even bigger, really lift, tuck the chin to the chest, pause at the top, press through the palms, lift the knees, tops of the toes pressing into the earth. Really squeeze the belly, hold here. And release the knees, belly drops, lift up. One more time, exhale, tuck the chin to the chest, press through the tops of the feet, lift the spine. Really reach the heart up through the scapula. Hold. And release down. Coming back to center, we'll bump the hips to the right, gaze over the left shoulder. Maybe sway forward and back here. And then floating back through center, it goes the opposite direction. So that stretch, sway forward and back. And coming back to center, we're going to come right into our first round of plank work here. So let's all come into that full expression of plank to start. So pressing through the heels, even just kind of walking it out here for a moment. Find that lift of the belly to the sky, lower rib cage squeezed in, thighs squeezing together, a lot of energy in the legs in plank. Inhale. Exhale, drop the knees. Looking at a little bit of scapular protraction and retraction here. Let's lift up. So lift the belly, lift the rib cage up, tuck the chin, and then let the chest drop toward the earth. Let the chest come in between, squeeze the shoulder blades in the back. Exhale, lift up, open. Imagine the scapula separating, the heart coming up and through, and let the chest drop, shoulders come up. Let's do the same thing with the knees lifted. Always an option to leave the knees down, just practicing that scapular movement. So lift up, push the palms into the earth. And then on the inhale, chest drops through. Arms stay straight, chest just drops. Exhale, press and lift. And drop. One more time. Really, really lift. Heart up and through the scapula. Lift here, squeeze and hold. And then let the chest drop through one more time. And now we'll come back to neutral. So find that plank position. We'll flow here, coming down to the right forearm, and then the left. Press up through the right palm, and then the left. Always an option to come down to those knees to that supported plank. If you're working in supported plank, just want to make sure that the knees are in front of the hips. So a different body shape than what we have on all fours. Let's take two more with that right elbow lead. Last one. Pause here, left elbow leads, left forearm down and right, left palm and right. Another way that you can get a little bit more stability through the hips here is by walking the toes of the knees a little bit wider. Yeah, let's take three more. Left elbow and palm. 2 And last one. Yeah, really firing up. If you've got those toes spread wide, let's come back to center. We're gonna cross here, so that right foot's gonna cross under the left ankle and switch. So just walking here, pulling the knee toward the chest. Keeping the hip bone square to the earth for now. Keep walking. And the next time that right ankle crosses underneath, we're gonna pause and hold. Come up into your side plank. Right hand underneath the face. Grounding down through the big toe edge of that left foot, option to lift the right knee up. Squeeze that right knee toward the shoulder. Lift for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release back down, back to center. Come back to that walk it out. Pull the knee to the chest, cross under the body. Lift the scapula. We're staying in that protracted position for the spine. And the next time that left ankle crosses, hold. Side plank, left hand underneath the face. Ground down through the big toe edge of the right foot. Lift the left leg. Hold here or pull that left knee toward the left shoulder. Pulse it in for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release back down. One more time, walk it out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Try to keep the hips down, avoid that pike if you can. 2, and 1. Everybody release the knees for a moment. We'll come down to the forearms. Interlace the hands. Lift through the upper part of the spine. Scapula protracts. Now curl through the toes, lift up, forearm plank. Option to stay right here. Start to walk the toes toward the elbows. Coming into that dolphin pose. Crown of the head down toward the earth. Elbows squeezing toward one another as if we're trying to crinkle the mat. Hips lift just a little more. Option to hold right here, or final movement in our first plank round. Float forward for those dolphin push-ups. Float forward, hips pike up, and float forward. For 8, 7, 6, keep going. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back up, walk those feet back to that forearm plank if the hips were lifted in dolphin. Come back, hands up underneath the shoulders. Curl the toes, tuck the chin to the chest, down dog. Walk it out. Just let everything hang here. Big bends in the knees. Take a couple of deep breaths. I know that I'm a little bit winded already this morning. So just soften back in. Take an inhale, everybody lift the heels up. And exhale, ground the heels toward the earth. One more time, inhale, heels lift. And exhale. On your next inhale, we'll sweep the right leg up. And right away, let's bend that right leg, coming into scorpion. Letting that knee bend, right foot dropping over the shoulder. Taking some rolls through that ankle. And as you hold right here, think about lifting the outer edge of that right knee up toward the sky, opening the hip. Left heel still coming down toward the earth. So continuing to press that left heel toward the earth, let's make a circle with that right knee, bringing that right knee toward the right elbow. Squeeze here. Inhale, open the hip, sweep back. Exhale, squeeze knee to elbow. One more time, inhale. Exhale, squeeze knee to elbow. Inhale to open. This time, pull the knee to the chest all the way through, step forward and through. And we're gonna cartwheel all the way up into your reverse warrior. So maintaining that bend in the front leg, reaching up to the sky, creating that space in the right side of the rib cage, grounding down through the pinky edge of the left foot. Maybe the gaze is up to the right fingertips, Or we can gaze down at the left fingertips down toward that left heel. One more inhale. On an exhale, we'll cartwheel all the way into triangle or trikonasana. So lengthening the front leg, just windmill the arms. Right fingertips can come to the shin, a block, maybe your water bottle. Left fingertips reach up to the sky. So in triangle, we're looking to stack that left hip on top of the right if we can, as if you're placing the body between two panes of glass. Leaning into that imaginary wall behind you. Take an inhale. On an exhale, we're gonna bend back into that front leg, coming right back to your reverse warrior. Inhale here. And exhale, cartwheel all the way around to the earth. So we'll lift the back heel, press down through the left palm, right fingertips reach up, twisting lunge. And now let's sweep the right fingertips back. So reaching the fingertips toward the wall behind you, opening the shoulder, squeeze that right shoulder blade in toward the left. And then as we cartwheel that right arm all the way back around to the foot, we're gonna walk the long edge of the mat. So walk all the way through the long edge, facing the back, right knee releases, Anjaneyasana. So that kneeling lunge, lift up, pressing that right hip forward to open. And on the exhale, hands come down to the sides, press up. We're coming into pyramid, so maybe walk that back leg in just a little bit more, shorter stance. And then we'd like that nice long spine. So maybe bringing the hands, the arms behind the body, interlacing, grabbing opposite elbows. Maybe come back up to that perfectly straight spine. Pulling that left hip back, and then start to release the chest toward the thigh, nose toward the knee. Softening forward. Shoulder blades squeeze back. Staying right here or reaching through the fingertips. And then slowly lower the fingertips down to the earth. Take that step back to lunge with the right leg. Ground down through the palms. Reach back with the left toes and lift here. So same thing on the opposite side. Now I feel like you can hear me because I'm upside down. So we'll bend that left leg. Find your scorpion here. Opening the outer edge of that left knee to the sky now, maybe taking some rolls through the ankle. So as that right heel continues to press toward the earth, we're going to bring the left knee toward the left elbow. So pull in and squeeze here. Inhale, open the hip, come right back. Exhale, squeeze knee to elbow. Inhale to open. One more time. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale to open. Kick the toes back to center. Knee pulls to the chest. Big step all the way through. Left foot comes through. And cartwheel the arms up, reverse warrior. So deep bend into that left leg, ground down through the pinky edge of the right. Bending even a little bit more deeply into that left leg. Big reach. Take an inhale. On the exhale, we'll windmill the arms, lengthen the left leg, coming right into triangle trikonasana. Right shoulder pulling back as the fingertips reach up to lengthen. Find that long wingspan between the left fingertips and the right. Stacking the right hip, that imaginary wall behind you, feeling that sensation in your back. Inhale. On the exhale, bending into that front knee, coming all the way back, reverse your warrior. And cartwheel down, hands will flank that left foot, press down through the right palm as the right heel lifts, and reach up, twisting lunge. Keep sweeping that left hand back, reaching behind you, opening the shoulder. Now that left shoulder blade squeezes in toward the spine. And then left arm sweeps all the way back down to the toes. Walk the long edge of the mat. And we'll find Anjaneyasana, left knee releases down, lift up through the fingertips. Exhale, release the palms. Press through that right foot, lift up. Maybe bring the left foot in a little bit more, coming into your pyramid pose. Hands might come behind the back, grabbing opposite elbows. Come back to that nice flat lifted spine, heart is open. And maintaining that long spine, just start to shift forward, chest to thigh. right hip pulling back. Big stretch for the back side of the body, the posterior chain, hamstrings. And release the fingertips. Take a step back to that lunge. Ground down. Let's step back with the right foot. Roll through your chaturanga. So shoulders come in front of the fingertips, elbows in lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Lift the hips, down dog. One more time through that flow. We'll go quicker here. Right toe sweep up, open the hip. Left heel grounds down. Make that circle, right knee to right elbow, squeeze here. Just 2 times. Inhale to lift. Exhale, squeeze knee to elbow. Inhale, reach through the toes. Exhale, knee comes to chest, big step through. Cartwheel up into your reverse warrior. And exhale, lengthen that front leg, triangle pose. I'm sorry. Yeah, lift, stack that left hip. And bend into the front leg, right back to your reverse warrior. And cartwheel the arms. Flank the foot, left palm presses, right fingertips reach up, twist. And then reach the fingertips toward the wall behind you, open the shoulder. Right arm cartwheels, walk the hands on the log edge of the mat. Right knee releases, fingertips step, Anjaneyasana. Open the hip, push those hip bones forward. And release the fingertips down, press through the left heel. Take that step in with the right foot, find your pyramid pose. Grab opposite elbows. Chest toward the thigh, reaching through the crown of the head. Maybe reaching the fingertips forward. Hands float down to the earth, big step back with the right foot. Ground down, left toe sweep up. Open the hip, foot comes over the shoulder. Continue grounding down through the right heel. We'll squeeze that left knee to the left elbow and lift back up, open the hip. One more time, squeeze and lift. Reaching through the toes, pull the knee to the chest, big step through to your lunge. Cartwheel all the way back up, reverse warrior. Lengthen the front leg, triangle. Right hip stacks, lean into that wall. Bending into the front leg, reverse your warrior. And cartwheel the arms. Ground down through the right palm, left fingertips reach up. Twisting lunge. Reach the left fingertips toward the wall behind you, squeeze the shoulder. And then cartwheel that left arm all the way around, walking to the front. Left knee releases, Anjaneyasana, lift up. Beautiful. Hands come down to the earth. Ground down through the right foot. Maybe take a step into your pyramid as we lift. Hands come behind the back, grabbing opposite elbows. Chest comes toward the thigh. Maybe reach the fingertips forward. And release everything down, big step back. Step back to your plank. Roll through your chaturanga or meeting in down dog. When you arrive in down dog, walk it out. And we'll take the gaze to the top of the mat, to the hands. Bend the knees, bend the elbows. You can hop, step, or jump. We'll meet the top. And then just lowering the hips down to the earth, find that seated position. Let's cross the legs for a moment here. Inhaling to sweep the fingertips up. And exhale, take that twist to the right. Left hand comes to the top of the right knee, softening the top of the shoulder. Inhale back through center. Exhale, twist the opposite direction. And inhale. Hands through heart center. So we'll come back into some core strengthening work here. Let's go ahead and slide the legs out from underneath the body. And we're gonna ground down through the heels. Maybe place the balls of the feet on the earth. We're looking to find as much length in the spine as we can. So shoulder blades are squeezed together. Tops of the shoulders are soft. Imagining that ray of energy shooting out the top of the head, maybe tucking the chin to the chest just a little bit. And let's squeeze the knees together. So pretend that you've got that ball or that block, or if you want to place something between the knees, that's great too. So we'll take an inhale to sweep up. We'll interlace the fingers and come forward. So we kind of have this Charlie's Angel pose, pointer fingers connected, thumbs wrapped. Now squeeze the shoulders together and then soften the top. So we're going to start to rotate through the spine. So we can just kind of start that rotation here before we move. So you're envisioning that rib cage just rotating and circling around the spine here. Side body getting involved here, building a little heat. We're going to take a little movement. So we're going to start to recline back. Spine stays long, recline for 4, 3, 2, 1, lift for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep going, lower for 4. So there's a lot going on here. We've got this twisting. We need to keep the spine nice and long. We're still lengthening through the spine. Lifting for 4, 3, 2, 1. Softening the tops of the shoulders while at the same time squeezing the shoulder blades to open up. And lift back up. 2, 1. Let's hold when we come down this time. 3, 2, 1. Hold. We're going to separate the fingertips, reach the left fingertips back, hold right here, right fingertips still reaching over that right kneecap. We're going to tap the left pinky to the earth and lift, and lower, and lift, and lower, and lift. Keep tapping for 8, 7, 6. So the spine is rotated, the hip bones are still square. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold right here. Rainbow that arm back to center. Make that big circle through the shoulder. And come forward. And tap back. Let the gaze follow the hand. Yes, big reach through the fingertips for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Slide the right fingertips back. Same thing. Left fingertips reach and track right over that left knee. Pinky tap and lift and tap and lift. So as you continue tapping that pinky, if you feel like there's some curve that's come into your spine, lift back up and out a little bit. Come back to that nice long spine and then maybe recline a little deeper again. Keep shooting that energy through the crown of the head. Tap for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We circle next. Big circle, palms connect. Inhale up, big circle, tap the pinky back. Open the shoulder. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Palms come back to center. Prayer. Go ahead and lift the heels up. We're just going to twist here. Elbows come toward the earth. Palms press together. Hang on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and extend the legs. Come forward. Fold over. Shake it out. Now allow some curve to come into that spine. Tuck the chin to the chest. Inhale here. Exhale, fold. Inhale. And we'll start to lift up. So think about stacking the vertebrae one at a time, starting at the bottom of the spine, just slowly coming right back up to that straight spine. Rolling the shoulders back, dropping in here. Keeping those shoulders low, squeezed in the back, soft on the tops of the shoulders. Reach the fingertips forward. Let's bring the feet a little wider than hip distance. Toes pull toward the face for roll-ups. So we'll allow that curve in the spine now as we come back. So tucking the chin to the chest, make that C shape with the spine. Ground down through the heels, start to roll back. All the way down to the earth. Keeping the heels connected. Take an inhale up and overhead. Exhale, tuck the chin, squeeze the rib cage, come all the way back up. Slow and controlled, take your time. Inhale to fold. Exhale, reach through the fingertips, start to reach through the spine. Big C shape in the spine. Inhale, lift up and over. Exhale, tuck the chin to the chest to rise. And fold. Let's take one more. Just a little active recovery here. Create some space. Big, deep breath. On your inhale, really lengthen and open. Stretch here. Exhale, tuck. Come all the way back up to full. Starting that stack of the spine again, release the fingertips. Start to just slide back up to that nice lengthened spine, stacking the vertebrae one at a time. Slow and control. Inhale, roll the shoulders back. Drop in here. Let's bring the knees back up to a bent position. And we're just gonna lift the left leg. So that left knee is still in line with the right leg, doesn't have to be straight, just find some lift here. And we're gonna take the hands to the left ankle, the shin, wherever your flexibility will allow you to go. Mine, not very far. And we're gonna walk the hands down the leg. Coming all the way down to the earth. Leave the shoulders lifted, shoulders stay lifted. And then press through the right heel, start to walk the hands back up the leg. Curve through the spine to come down. Walk down. Shoulders stay lifted. Exhale, start to walk back up. So let's flow through that a couple more times. Wherever your leg is, use that strength in the hip to try to hold it in exactly the same position as you walk up and down. One more time. Just a little movement here. It's kind of a prep for teaser. And then we'll take a little twist here. Take that right hand to the shin or the ankle. You can cross to the outside if you like. And we'll reach the left fingertips behind the body, rotating through the spine. Allow that gaze to follow the left fingertips behind you. And now can we lift up a little bit, lengthening through the spine. So take one more big inhale. Lift up to lengthen, reach through the crown. And come back to center, release. Resetting here, right toes reach up. Find that grip point around the shin, the ankle. And we'll start to walk the hands down. As you come down, connecting the spine to the earth, shoulders stay lifted, reach through the toes, walk back up. And down. So now recruiting those muscles in the hip to try to hold that leg stable. Walk up. Two more times, walk the hands down. And up. Last time. And up. Hold here, left hand comes to the outside of the left ankle or the shin. Right fingertips reach behind the body, twisting. Gaze follows the right fingertips. Now let's lift. Heart lifts up through the rib cage first. Pressing the sits bones into the earth, crown lifted. Inhale. Exhale, back to center. Cross the ankles, coming into all fours here. And we'll start with a little bit of traditional spinal balance. So once we're stacked here, shoulders right above the wrist, all 10 finger pads gripping into the earth, belly lifted up as those hips stack underneath the knees. Let's take the left foot back, reaching through the heel, right fingertips forward. So we'll just hold here and take a couple of breaths. Each inhale, getting a little bit longer, reaching just a little bit more, opposite directions. Each exhale, squeeze the rib cage to the spine, lift up. One more inhale. Next time you exhale, take that knee to elbow, cat spine. Inhale to reach. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. And exhale. Inhale here to hold. We're going to bend the knee, bend the elbow, pull everything toward the waist. And inhale to reach. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale. 3 more. 2. And 1. Go ahead and continue to reach through the left heel. Let's bring that right hand back underneath the shoulder. Keep squeezing that left knee toward the left shoulder. Now we're going to make this a little bit bigger. You can stay right here just with the squeeze and extend through the leg, or we'll make it more of a circle. Circling the leg back, reaching through the heel. Coming all the way up, make a big circle with the knee, reach back and lengthen. Big circle. 2 more this direction, and we'll go the opposite direction. Hold right here. Pull the knee toward the chest or the knee toward the shoulder and sweep back. Big circle forward. So opening that hip, notice if that right hip is starting to dump toward the earth. So bring that right hip up to stack on top of the right knee. 2, and 1. Reach back through the heel. Now we'll point the toes. It's just a tap and a lift. Tap and lift. So you can get a little bit more core action here. If we lift that right hand up, just connect the fingertips to the shoulder, hold right there. And as much as we're thinking about lifting that back leg and squeezing through the glute, let's think about lengthening, reaching through the toes, finding a little bit more length with each tap. 3, 2, and 1. Now pull the heel toward the glute, extend and reach. Tap the heel in, extend and reach. So this balance on that left hand is totally optional. You can bring the right hand down. Just adds a little bit more intensity. It requires a little bit more balance and strength through the core. Just working on that stability. Tap the heel in for 3, 2, and 1. Now bring that right hand down. Press that heel up to the sky. Teeny tiny pulse. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more set. Option to lift the right knee. Keep pulsing for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release down. Release that left leg, sway the hip side to side. We're going to float right into the other side. So when you're ready, come back, stack the joints, ground down through the fingertips, right heel reaches back, toes toward the earth, pressing through the heel, left fingertips reach forward. 2 breaths here. Each inhale, inviting a little bit more length. Think about that opposition and reach. Exhale, stabilize the core. Inhale. On your exhale, round the spine, knee to elbow. Inhale. Exhale. Reach. And lift through the spine, really round here. 2 more. Yes. Hold right here, bend the knee, bend the elbow, squeeze to the midline, and inhale. See if you can keep that right knee lifted up so it's on the same plane as your hip. So lifting through the outer edge of that right knee. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right leg stays lifted, left hand comes underneath the shoulder. We'll start with that circle. So pulling the knee up and release back. Keep flowing here. Extend and reach through that back heel. And I'm feeling like I forgot a little piece of the puzzle, a little something, so hopefully I'll think of it and we can backtrack. 2 more this direction. I got it. Reverse your circle. Pull the knee to the chest. Big circle, press back. Knee in, big circle to press. Yes. 3 more this direction. 2, and 1. You'll all be so excited I remembered, so press through the heel. Let's just pull that knee in toward the shoulder or elbow. Extend and reach back. And pull in and extend back. For 6, 5. Squeeze in for 3. That left hip is stable, stacked right above the knee, super strong. And 1. Extend the leg back. Now point through the toes. We're going to tap and lift, and tap and lift, tap and lift. So you've got your option here to take the left fingertips to the shoulder as you continue to tap and lift. Lengthening from that right hip bone to the toes. That belly is really lifted up. Everything squeezed in and lifted in the core. Tap for 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay lifted right here. Bend the leg, pull the heel toward the glute, extend and reach through the heel. Pull in, extend, reach. Working the hamstring here, working the glute. Gaze is down, neck is long. Strong and supported. Really use that core, that powerhouse, to maintain that stillness in the torso. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both hands underneath the shoulders, bend the leg, press the heel, pulse up. Yes. Press up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay right here or curl the toes, lift the knee, press up for 8, 7. Find that protraction in the spine, open up. Lift the scapula, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release everything down. Lift the hips, down dog. Walk it out, maybe taking a big bend in one leg and the other to stretch through the hips. And then coming back to center. Inhale, heels lift, come to the toes. Exhale, deep sigh out. Inhale, right toe sweep up. Let's open the knee, hold here. And now inhale, reach through the toes. Pull the knee to the chest, big step through. Float all the way up, reverse warrior. Inhale. Exhale, lengthen the front leg, Trikonasana, triangle. Left hip stacks, open and lean back. Bending into the front leg, reverse. And cartwheel the arms. Left heel lifts, left hand presses, open and twist here. Right fingertips reach back. Open the inside of the right shoulder. Cartwheel the arms, walk the long edge of the mat. Right knee releases, Anjaneyasana. Lift, open the heart. Maybe take a little back bend here. Right hip pulling forward. And then exhale, float down, press through the left heel. Come up to that pyramid pose. Maybe reaching forward right away. Finding that nice, straight, long spine. And then hands come to heart center. Take a soft bend into that front leg and lift up, warrior 3. Right hip bone square to the earth. And bending into that front leg, slow and controlled, soft landing to the back. Hands come down, left toes sweep up. Bend the knee, open the hip. And toes reach back to center. Knee comes to the chest, big step through. Cartwheel up, reverse your warrior. Exhale, lengthen the front leg, triangle. Open the hips, soften. Bending into the front leg, reverse. And cartwheel down, right heel lifts, right palm presses, reaching up through the left fingertips to twist. And fingertips reach to the back. Cartwheel that arm back to center, take a walk on the long edge. Left knee releases, Anjaneyasana, little back bend, open the heart, pull the hip bones forward. And release down, press into that right foot, coming up to your pyramid. Maybe reaching the fingertips forward, sinking the chest toward the thigh. Hands pull to heart center, bending into the front leg, left toes lift, warrior 3. Shoulder blades squeezing here, heart open. Bending into that front leg, soft landing back. Ground down through the palms, step back, chaturanga or down dog. All together, let's lower the knees to the earth. Sink back to your child's pose. Take a couple of breaths here. Reset the mind. Last little stretch here. Take a big inhale. Exhale, open the mouth, side out. And inhale, start to come up to all fours. So we're going to walk the hands forward, coming to that supported plank position. We'll flow a little bit here. So keeping the elbows tight into the body. We'll take some push-ups. We'll take 8. So you inhale, the chest lowers toward the earth. Exhale to press up. Option to lift the knees and take that full push-up. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower all the way down to the earth, all the way down to the belly. And reach the fingertips forward, biceps hugging the ears. Press the tops of the feet into the earth. We're about hip distance apart, maybe a little wider. Take an inhale. Exhale, pressing the tops of the feet into the earth. Feel that lift through the thighs, lift through the knees. Inhale, start to sweep the fingertips back toward the body, landing the elbows underneath the shoulders, gazing up, Sphinx. If this is not comfortable for your back, we can come down to Cobra. If you feel any pinching or compression, we'll want to come down just a notch. Inhale. Exhale, slowly come down, reach forward, palms come in front of you. Nose, chin, forehead to the earth. Inhale, fingertips slide back up, coming right back up to your Sphinx. And exhale, slide forward. Inhale. Exhale. This time as we lift up, elbows are going to come to the sides of the body, opening up here. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, heart is open. And release, reach forward. Inhale to lift and squeeze. Hold here, tops of the feet float up off the earth, maybe coming a little bit wider. So lifting everything up from the earth, balancing on the hip bones, the pubic bone, maybe the lower rib cage. Can we lift the elbows just a little bit higher to squeeze? And release everything down. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Press through the tops of the feet. Actually, let's curl the toes. Lift the belly button. Start to press up. Come back to that supported plank position. 8 more push-ups, elbows in. Inhale to lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. And lift. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower down for 8, 7, 6. Heart stays open. 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, we'll bring the fingertips back up, biceps hug the ears for spinning. So we'll start slow. Let's lift the left toes and the right fingertips up off the earth. So as we just hold here, the same sensation that we had when we were in spinal balance, just trying to reach through the big toe, reach through the fingertips, getting as much length out of the body here as we can. Use that inhale. And exhale, release. Inhale, lift everything up. Right toes, left fingertips. Lengthen and reach here. And release. Back to the other side. We'll hold here, right fingertips, left toes. We're going to pulse up for 8, 7, 6, 5. Both hip bones pressing into the earth. 3, 2, and 1. Release. Inhale, right toes, left fingertips. Reach. And now pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release everything down. So hands come back underneath the shoulders. We're just going to roll. Let's roll to your right side. So coming into lateral flexion, we'll just let that right arm come long and the head can rest on the bicep. That left hand can be your kickstand. So if you kind of feel what's happening, we can't see our ankles, but you'll probably feel your left heel kind of on the inside of that right ankle. Left leg is a little shorter here. So before we start moving, let's reach through that left heel, lengthen the top side of the body, and now lifting the leg up, flexing the foot, reaching through the heel. We're just going to pulse and lift right here. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold right here. Drive that heel toward the wall. Now we'll lift the bottom leg up to meet it and release to hover. Squeeze and lift and hover and lift and hover. So feeling that action in the side body, also probably in the inner thigh. Still reaching through that left heel, squeezing the thighs together as you come up. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold up. Left fingertips reach up overhead. We're going to squeeze and lift everything. Squeeze up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold here. Static hold to reach. Release that top leg. We're going to pull knee to elbow. That bottom leg stays lifted the whole time. Squeeze in here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax everything down. Roll to the back here. Slide the hands next to the body. Palms come to the earth. We're going to come up to the hands. We'll come into a reverse plank position here. So fingertips toward the glutes, legs extended long in front of you. Hands underneath the shoulders. We'll press up and lift here. Lift the hips up. We'll lift the right toes up, grounding down through the left heel. Just reach through the toes. Hold 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the heel. Left toes. Reach 8, 7, 6, 5. Heart is lifted. 3, 2, 1. Release down. Roll to the opposite side. Extend long here. Let the head come to the bicep. Right hand is your kickstand for now. Let's lengthen that right leg. So lengthen that right heel so that the right heel is stacked right on top of the left. And we'll reach through the heel, lower and lift. So even though we're focusing on the energy in the legs right now, we're using the core to stabilize. That right hip is stacked right up on the left. Navel always pulled to the spine. Shoulder is soft. 3, 2. That top leg is going to stay lifted right here. Lower leg lift to squeeze and hover. And squeeze, lift, and hover. So we're using this front hand for some balance. We kind of have that temptation to press into the earth. So maybe try to lighten up. Maybe try to TP the hand, just using the fingertips for stability. Holding that right leg still, lifting to squeeze. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Connect the legs together. Maybe the right arm reaches up overhead. Squeeze and lift. And lift. Yes, connect the elbows. The legs are moving as one here. Stay with it for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, squeeze, stay lifted. Big reach. Now continue to reach through that left leg. Lift it up. Feel the inner thigh work. We'll squeeze the knee to the elbow here. And extend. And squeeze. Yes, last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll to the belly. Curl the toes. Press up to your down dog. One final flow. Just giving ourselves an opportunity to kind of lengthen through all of that work. Is the right toe sweep up. We'll open the hip. Inhale, reach through the toes. Knee to the chest, big step through. Reverse your warrior. Lengthen the front leg, Trikonasana or triangle. Inhale. Exhale, bend, reverse warrior. Cartwheel the arms. Left hand grounds, right fingertips reach up. Open and reach to the wall behind you. Press through the back heel. Cartwheel around, take that walk. And release the right knee, Anjaneyasana. Open and lift. Exhale. This time, ground down through that left heel. Let's float right up into standing splits. Maybe coming into warrior 3 from here, bending into that leg. Hands come to heart center. Lift up. And all together, fold forward. Take that quiet step back. And lift the left toes. Bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale, reach through the toes. Exhale, knee to chest all the way through, floating into reverse warrior. Lengthen the back leg, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Bend into the front leg, reverse your warrior. Cartwheel down, right heel lifts, right hand plants, twist, and reach back, press through the right heel, lift the hamstring. Windmill that arm, take your walk. Anjaneyasana. Last opener here, lean back, open the heart. And as we float forward, ground down through the foot, come right up into your standing splits. Holding right here, or maybe pressing through that right foot as the hands come to heart center, floating up into Virabhadrasana 3, reach through the heel. And then folding forward together, big quiet step back. Final chaturanga, elbows into the sides, lower halfway. Inhale. And exhale. One community breath here as our heels lift, big inhale. Open the mouth, exhale, side out. Just start to tiptoe forward, coming to a seated position. Hips come down to the earth. We'll take that slow roll down. We are going to come down to our backs for a couple of moments, and I apologize that I'm going a little bit over, but hang on if you can. Enjoy this couple of moments. Slow roll all the way down. Inhaling, take that big full body stretch. Reach to the toes, reach to the fingertips. And on the exhale, let the toes fall to the corners of the mat. Palms come down to the sides, maybe opening the palms. And just finding that surrender. Your Shavasana. As the eyes close. All of the muscles in the face are soft, releasing the jaw. Melting the backs of the shoulders into the earth. The strength of the weight of the hips is grounding you. As we feel that sense of heaviness maybe melting into the earth, noticing that sense of lightness in the face, in the mind. And just taking 5 or 6 deep breaths right here. Each breath just a little bit longer than the one before it. Whenever you're ready, rolling to the right side of the body, maybe hugging the knees to the chest in that fetal position. Just using that as a transition to come back to a seated position whenever you're ready. Take your time. And when you arrive in that seated position, closing the eyes, the hands resting on top of the legs or the knees. Palms open to the sky to receive energy Or you can close the palms to the knees if you'd like more grounding this morning. Just noticing what you're feeling in the body right now. Maybe a sense of strength, of calm. Noticing what you're feeling in the mind. Often the expressions on our face will mimic what's in the mind. So noting the feeling that the softness in the face brings to your mind and your energy right now. Returning to this softness as you go through the rest of the day. Knowing that whatever is thrown at you, you've been here today and you can come back. Bringing the hands to heart center. That joy, love, and beautiful energy in each of you is also within me. Let us share that with others that we encounter today. Do something kind. Show some love. Share a smile. Namaste.